我来 W1的话，应该会给 W1带来不同的气氛吧。平时训练的话，会跟队员们开玩笑，然后跟 Mystic 的配合的话，现在是我自己认为是不是很好的，但是一定会努力去跟 Mystic 打好下路。我觉得加入 W1的话，还真的就很梦幻的事情。原来看比赛的话，还在电视机上或者电脑上看 W 打比赛，我没想到真的有一天会加入 W1，就很激动吧。
We just heard from Celestial saying that he brings a positive atmosphere to the team. Well, we're about to put that to the test because after game 1 against Invictus Gaming, they are absolutely going to need that. I mean, that was a very difficult game for them to play through, but now the challenge is on. Can WE bring it back? Can they bring us to a game 3?
Yeah, he's jovial, he might be a jokester, he might be bringing a new atmosphere to the team, but unfortunately he also mentioned that the atmosphere isn't bringing them results just yet. It does seem that he's playing and living his dream, and I'm super happy for him, but he also needs to start getting victories whilst living that dream. And WE,
congratulations on making it to WE. Now start winning things.
You're there for a reason, right?
Exactly.
But he's not the sole problem. I would never say that by any means. And I'm just happy to see that he's happy to be in that roster. WE have a lot to address right now. And I do think the biggest thing is that they need to go back to what works for them. Go back to the known quantity and go back to actually camping the heck out of mid lane. Don't let Rookie and Ning get those ganks off. Be there. I don't think it's just placing vision in this case as well. There was a ward that just missed him barely. Ning played around the vision well, but usually he hovers around the area. He's the helicopter parent of mid lane magic for Team WE. This time around, the parent was missing, and Xie runs away.
A bit of a tragedy in this situation, but still, I think we also have to commend the fact that Rookie on this Orianna, he's played it 7 times. Now, this was his 8th time. He has died a total of 4 times on the champion. I did the math for his KDA. It's up to 23.55 now. This guy cannot be allowed to get this. It's getting to the point of flawless as Lee Sin. Like, if you ban Rookie's Orianna, then you put him on something more terrifying, I suppose. But either way, we've got to find a way to break apart this mid-jungle synergy.
And he's always been that good at Orianna.
Exactly.
That's the thing that always scares you. Like, Rookie's a uniquely talented mid laner at specific champions, as well as being able to play a breadth of other champions that are currently meta. Orianna's his personal pick that he's very good at. And yes, he's 8-0 on it now, and maybe you should ban that away. But if you ban that, then he gets Cassiopeia. And when Rookie gets Cassiopeia into the Rise matchup, the same thing's going to happen. He doesn't even need a jungler there this time, and suddenly it is worse. So what do you actually do against Invictus Gaming when you have to ban all of these target champions from them? The Shy's got his Gangplank. That's also a big deal. Do you ban that? Well, then he plays Vladimir, and look what he did as well.
It's just a whole laundry list of issues that WE are trying to keep track of, while also addressing their own challenges and problems from that game number 1. We saw what happened when 957 was a little bit late to teleport to the dive bottom lane. What happened when the team couldn't quite collapse on the mid lane in time, as IG were just a step faster. And of course, with that sort of knowledge, this is where we look towards the coaching staff of Team WE. Can you bring this team that went to semifinals in Worlds last year back together?
You know they've got the resilience in them. You know they've got the capabilities within them as well. Xie is having the best split that I've ever seen from him in the middle lane, and that says a lot given how well he has played in the past. But he just doesn't have that team around him. Mystic, when Mystic finds form, WE actually looks significantly better again. It's that second member. You know, Xie can't do it alone. They definitely have the potential, but he needs a second person to work with him, and 957 seems out of form, and Mystic seems out of form. The other 2 members of the team are new, so you just need that experience to step up to the plate. And against Invictus Gaming, they're still pretty young members in that roster. There's still a bunch of rookies there playing alongside Rookie, who is the experienced member. They could perhaps get exploited by that experience if the pressure gets to them, if something gets to them, and WE can apply that pressure.
That said, we see WE with what looks to be a few smiles on their faces as they put their headsets on. Even the coach with a bit of a smile in the back as they make their way back onto stage for Game 2. You could already hear the crowd cheering them on. So this is, again, the longest rivalry in Chinese League of Legends, predating the LPL. Even. This is a massive matchup for these teams, but right now it's 5 players against 5 other players, and WE currently are just not up to par.
No, certainly not. And of course, no subs as well when you mention 5 players. It's still going to be the exact same 5. We're very close to getting into the pick ban phase as well here for game number 2. And that's the place we do have to look towards as to what is going to shift.
Yeah.
What's going to change from Team WE? Because Invictus Gaming had a pretty clear-cut plan. They wanted to make sure they had the Xayah Rakan. They wanted to deny that away from Mystic, one of his best champions and the best duo for WE down in the bottom lane. But they also sacrificed their jungler IG to get all of this, to pick up their top laner early, to pick up their bottom laner early. And I think WE just didn't really care too much to focus the jungler at all.
And of course, that said, we did see what happens when IG are allowed to sort of counterpick in that style. But now WE, you mentioned this sort of pick and ban. IG have chosen red side for this game too. We talked about the strength of red side rookie so often, but still, they just seem to be more comfortable on that side of the map because then you get that much more free rotation to the bottom half.
And it's not just red side rookie anymore, it's just red side IG.
IG,
I think, everyone's got the potential for a counter pick. The Shy is the other big member of the team that you have to start looking towards as well. He's got the Cho'Gath that he can play, so it can be a tank if he wants. But he's also got the Vladimirs that he can play if he wants to kill you.
Yeah.
And I think that's that extra strength that Invictus Gaming have got that they didn't otherwise have before, is that no longer is it red side rookie, it's all of them.
Absolutely, and that's just the 5 players. We talked about the 5 players for WE. There's still Duke behind the Shy if the meta changes to
Yes,
something tank-based.
And he's here today. I saw him backstage.
They could easily just swap right on over. I'm sure he's been scrimming just as much with the rest of the team, but still, Invictus Gaming, there's a reason that they are #1 in the league right now. 23-4. They have dropped as many games as Rookie has died on Orianna this year.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
4 games dropped in the entire season. We're in week 7 as well, and the LPL has
Nearly
so
8.
many games of League that happen. So the fact that they've only dropped 4 is super impressive. The fact that Rookie's 8-0 on Orianna, I do think gets focused in this next pick ban phase, Dom. Whilst we may muse that you can't ban him out, you can't focus his champion pool, I actually do think that they should just ban the Orianna. He was too much to deal with.
Yeah, just showing the new itemization on 8.4 really works for him. The Luden's first into, I believe it was Voidstaff second?
Yeah. I totally get also the Archangel's point for majority of the mid laners, but when you're playing in a region that is this fast, when you don't want to have the tier that is not a power spike, it is a scaling choice, I can understand why you would rush the Ludens, and it is something that a lot of people experiment with. When the patch first came out, pretty much everyone would just go Ludens into Morellos or something now again, because Ludens gives mana. It's a good way to actually get through having a first item spike, to have mana in that single item.
That said, Rookie didn't need mana because he was busy getting kills and stealing blue buffs and just running all across the map time and time again. Of course, next to him, you can see Jackie Love, the new AD carry for Invictus Gaming. He may be a rookie this year, but he's been with the team for a long time, almost destined to join them for when the time came, when he actually came of age. Tragically was not able to join them last year, but finally, it seems like he's found his place within the team. Early in the year, we saw them playing a very Jackie Love-centric style, but they have flexed so far beyond that now.
Yeah, we've hit a point where they can all flex different styles, different roles, and different places within the teams, within the team compositions, and where they want to carry from as well. We're hitting that point where IG and Rogue Warriors, 2 teams in the LPL, and the only 2 teams that really play similar to this style. You know, they can diversify in the draft phase on a dime if they want. What was usually an AD carry focused team for both IG and Rogue Warriors can just switch straight to mid lane. Mid lane's now the focal point. He's going to hard carry. Our bottom laner is now a Jhin, or our bottom laner is now a Varus, and of course Jackie Love does play that Varus for himself as well. That's one of those other things that makes it super dangerous playing against them. For WE, they're actually super predictable. You know who's going to carry for that team. There's only one of them.
It's Chie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to play Kassadin. He's going to try and hard carry and scale into team fights, get to the mid game as best he can and survive, because their jungler sits behind him. That's all obvious. We all know exactly what's going to happen when you watch WE play. It's about if they can do it, if they can make that work.
Execute, yeah, on that plan. We saw an attempt at that in game 1, but the maximum range shockwave from Rookie denied it. I didn't even know the hitbox was actually that big. They were outside of the particles, and both of them still got flung back in right on top of each other. But of course, that being said, it looks like we're just about ready to get into Champion Select for this game 2, for the longest rivalry in Chinese League of Legends history between these 2 teams. And though Invictus Gaming currently are down in that matchup, with a win here, they could be one step closer to catching back up. That said, Camille and Sejuani going to be banned away. Sion and Olaf on the other side. What's it going to be, WE?
Yeah, we start ourselves off with, again, pretty similar bans to the first game as the, I'd say, mandatory bans will be seen. We're still on the same side. You mentioned it earlier. Blue and red for each respective team. WE want blue, IG want red. And there's the first change, something that I never thought I would see from WE
wow.
in my wildest dreams. They banned Xayah.
And that's how you know the coach has a say on the team, because Mystic is one of the best Xayahs in the world, if not the best, just a few months ago. And even to the degree that he would first pick it blue side if it was available. But
He
this
didn't
time
care
around,
about your meta.
he decides not. He decides to allow it to be banned away by his own team. That said, Azir follows it up, Jarvan again the priority, and immediately IG turned to Varus.
And the exact same concept is here, though the AD carry has shifted. Varus now to be secured for IG, taken away from Mystic, but also a first pick of the AD carry for Invictus Gaming at the same time. Now is where we might see some shifts from them as we look towards the rest of their roles. Support still seen. Will their third pick be a top laner this time? Will they go a bit more traditional, pick themselves a jungler before it gets banned out?
Well, we do see the very strong Tahm Kench Varus bottom lane focus again from IG. Now, Braum is being hovered by WE. Don't want to let that get taken away. Celestial has played a very healthy number of games on the champion, one of his preferred. Will it be locked in here? Again, prioritizing that bottom lane, those newer players, Magic and Celestial for WE.
Yeah, you'd still expect an AD carry to follow here unless they have a super high priority champion. This is something that we saw from WE in Game 1, the Gnar, to, of course, not need to know the matchup against the Shy, but just know that he wants to be the Gnar. They don't want it to get banned away from him in that second ban phase. Major priority going towards WE's top laner. It didn't seem to matter too much in that first game, but it's not just 957's fault. It's not like he had a chance to do anything. They pretty much just lost in every respective lane that was around him and spilled over to his lane super quickly.
Absolutely. Now, that said, with these picks out of Team WE, they've all got some of their most played champions. 957 on Gnar, Magic on Braum. Magic on Jarvan, and Celestial on the likes of that Braum. But that's the Shy's gangplank that's just been locked in.
Yep, this is something that we just spoke about a couple of minutes ago. He could pick the Vladimir if he wants. He could pick the Cho'Gath if he wants to as well. He knows his matchup, and he said, well, let's play the gangplank. GP is actually a pretty good matchup into the Gnar if you're able to play around your kegs, distance yourself constantly. And Gnar, who's a super low-ranged, though ranged champion, has to pay extra caution to those kegs. They are significantly easier to hit due to that reduced range.
As a follow-up, Invictus Gaming now get to turn their attention towards the bottom lane, still allowing that jungle and mid to be open out of the likes of Ning and Rookie. And still WE, they are afraid of that Cassiopeia. They ban it away, while Mystic's pool is just being cut down, champion after champion. At this point, you would look to the likes of Kalista, or perhaps even Tristana once again, but
yeah,
we saw what happened in Game 1 once he got caught out on that Trist.
I think he will have to go towards the Tristana again. The AD carry pool is starting to get pinched. The Caitlyn gone, something that we actually wanted him to play in game number 1, where he went for the Tristana instead. So we'll have to see. Of course, the Ezreal is there. There is a chance that he just goes Ezreal, especially with the Zac locked in. I think it's actually a safer option this time around against all of the engage.
Very well could be. So far, he's only played it once this split, but still a very comfortable pick for him as he goes through and gives it the old hover. Could try for something a little different, maybe.
That would be very different if he ever went towards the Ashe, something that we do not very often see.
Especially when looking across from a Tahm Kench who can just scoop up whoever gets hit by the arrow. But Tristana, once again, going to be locked in here for Mystic. Now, running down the list, Xie, he's still got that Rise open. Does he decide to return toward it in game 2?
There you go, yeah. He's going to change it up. He's going to pick himself to Karma, play a little bit more supportive in the middle lane. This is something that Xie does play. We haven't seen it in quite a while from him specifically, but it is strong. It is something that can work, and the new Karma in the middle lane, the item changes in the mid lane for Karma, makes his build cheaper and still quite powerful. But on the opposite side, Rookie, he's on the red side. It is red side Rookie in this draft phase. They give him the pick of preference into that Karma.
Now, that is a lot of Karmas. He's played it about 18 times, GA, so again, very comfortable on the champion. This is his first time this year, but like you said, Rookie with the counter pick, taking the likes of Rise, the same champion that he just smashed across from him on the other side. It almost seems to be a confidence play at this point. We're seeing the Shy on Gangplank, Rookie on Rise, Jackie Love on Varus, for goodness sake.
It's not full RNG OMG disrespect victory by any means, but it is the mid lane back-to-back swap champions, but it's not the same matchup this time. Rookie had his opportunity, he saw the Karma, and he picked himself an Abyssal Mask builder in the mid lane. So if he's ever losing lane, he has a way to build to go around that fact as well. If he's afraid of the poke, if he's afraid of the ganks, whatever it may be, he has opportunities to build defensively for that. And Ryze is pretty hard to kill, pretty slippery. And sometimes it actually even forces things like the cleanse out of the Karma. And if Karma's got cleanse, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's not something that you want to have. You want to have either the teleport to influence, the ignite for lane pressure, or even the heal to survive through lane. Cleanse is okay, but it doesn't give you any real kill threat or roam potential against the Ryze, who can have a minion dematerializer, who can control the wave then.
And this is where we look towards the evolution of this mid lane matchup between Xie and Rookie. We hyped it up so much before Game 1 because it is so important to how this match plays out. This is the first time Xie has played Karma this year. This is also the first time Rookie has played Ryze this year. So already we're starting to see something different. Xie steps left, Rookie goes right. How is this going to end?
And the shift in dynamic as well for all of IG. The Shy still has his carry in the top lane. Tahm Kench for Baolan and Jacula with the Varus. The roaming bottom lane, the duo that can get around the map. The duo that can have a lot of impact on Summoner's Rift against Team WE.
And that said, we've loaded on to Summoner's Rift for Game 2 between WE and IG. That is a very loud crowd.
Actually, keep my headset on
it
to
is
not hear them
thunderous.
as loud as they actually are, because they make the ground shake here in Shanghai. This arena is livid. They are so excited for this game.
I can only imagine what the restaurant downstairs thinks is going on up here.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Damn young kids
6
and
days
their
a week,
video
I
games.
have no idea. But already we saw a quick step forward from WE. They were looking for a ward onto the blue buff, which they found at the cost of just a little bit of health. So already trying to get an early track onto where Ning goes with the likes of this Zac.
And also with the runes that we're looking at right now, there's a couple of interesting ones that we need to discuss. Firstly, the Grasp of the Undying on the Gangplank is into a Gnar, who's primarily going to be hitting him when ranged, but does turn Mega. So there's opportunities to attack there, and I think that just means that he really wanted to go into the Resolve tree, have the bone plating against the Gnar, and chooses to put that primary. So ultimately, he's committed away from the Kleptomancy and a little bit more defensively here in that top lane. But also down in the bottom lane, it's the Glacial Augment for Baolan. The ability to slow down your opponents with auto attacks and chase them just that little bit better is something that we'll have to continue to explore, because I really like that pickup, especially into Braum. As the matchup goes to chase him down, if you ever get in auto attack range, you should be able to gobble him, or he has to jump away. And against the Tristana, who does need to jump, there's actually an opportunity to chase a bit quicker or slow them down a bit more and threaten to get that one more auto attack off and maybe stop him before he jumps.
Again, Tahm Kench is Baolan's second most played champion that he's very comfortable on. Only dropped a single game out of 8, if my math doesn't fail me there. But those are the runes that you were just talking about, bone plating.
Yeah, bone plating, second wind, and I forget the name of the other one, but that's a pretty good rune as well. I like it. It's a cool shape, Dom. It's a flower.
Breath of Life, is it?
I actually remember.
Monoflow Band, and of course, Scorch for consistent trade. But look at this, Magic. Buff, Raptors buff, steps up onto the Shy, looking to upset the matchup. 957 goes in at low health. Flash, and Magic misses. But 957 is Mega, chucks the drill and locks down First Blood.
Magic tried to predict, tried to flash to follow it up, and it was almost perfect. But it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be. Gangplank was level 2. He doesn't have the oranges, or enough to get himself out alive, I should say. And in the end, he does go down. Ning on the opposite side of the map, so he can't contribute. You're seeing him do the greedy clear, and that's very easy to do, of course, when a Jarvan's revealed himself ganking. But it's so much better from WE already. The gank was there, it was successful. No, it wasn't mid lane. No, it's not where we said we wanted it, but it was there.
Already making that top lane just a bit easier for 957. You can see the Ninja Tabby's rush in that top lane with boots and the cloth armor. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mystic again is struggling to keep even with Jackie Love, who is non-stop pushing 5 CS down after, what is that, 2 waves, 3?
That harass is just unrelenting, honestly, from what we're seeing so far. The bottom lane of WE having a very bad experience. That was satisfying to watch, by the way.
It really was.
Level 3 Ryze able to wave, but that feels real good, man.
I mean, Rookie just showing that he's proficient with the champion, though it's been a while since he's played it on stage, is 957. Whoop, missed that one, but still going for the old looperoo with the boomerang. Luckily, they do come back to you, even in League of Legends.
I can speak as an Australian when I say they don't always come back to you. Only Nas does. Mine goes into the neighbor's backyard.
Well then, we'll have to keep you off of Gnar next time we play.
Boomerangs.
As now we're starting to see Mystic trade back in the bottom lane. He's got himself a Doran shield, but already Rookie with control of the mid lane. Look at the vision IG have set up. That's a Cloud Dragon. There's not huge incentive for them to control the river, but they're already just patrolling that half of the map.
Yeah, they're not controlling river for Cloud Drake by any means. They're trying to either stop the Jarvan from ganking to enable the continuation of this 2v2 push, or to get Ning an opportunity to go down there. As well as when Rookie disappears, they know that he's not going to get spotted by wards because they have the vision control in that area. He can just hide himself, push, use the minion dematerializer as he has been doing, and disappearing towards his control. It is the perfect way to just make everyone frightened. If he disappears and the bottom lane is just poking each other, that's not a bad end result.
Might not be, as Xie tragically misses that Soul Flare. As Ning is now back up in the mid lane. Only level 4, so not very far ahead. Magic actually a level ahead with the assist that he got.
Yeah, the experience advantage. Not
Might
bad.
be thinking of looking for a Rookie here as Xie steps forward, managing to bait himself, but places a warden, is spotted. Snare will tag onto him again. The knockup is missed.
Good heal from Rookie, however. Chooses not to flash, uses the heal, and that means he can stay in lane, though he doesn't have mana. So she actually has complete control of the 1v1 through mid lane now. The vision was secured, and it was controlled by Team WE also. Magic playing significantly better in Game 2, having an impact where he can. And though it doesn't look massive, he's only got the 1 assist, it's contributing so much to the state of the game. Ning has not been able to respond whatsoever thus far.
Might be looking for a bit of a gank bottom as Baolan just baiting forward by trading the health. Mystic and Celestial already down to about half, but Magic is there. He's spotted in the tri-bush.
Best case scenario for IG here is actually knowing that Magic's there. They want Magic to leave the bush before the rubble is spotted by the Jarvan. And they want to counter gank this. They're ready.
Baolan uses his own body as bait. Flash to get away from Ning, but an auto pulls Mystic back
Teleport.
in. That's a teleport as 957 is in Meganar. He's going to be able to join the fight in just a moment. Flash, level 6, pinned against the wall. Jackie Love flashes to safety. Ning about to get dropped to the cell division unless Baolan goes down first. He goes low. Oh, and will die to the explosion. Ning goes in for the knockup and trades back a kill of his own. Flashes away to safety to escape with his life.
But that was actually a really even trade in the end, and a teleport was used by WE. The Flash ultimate was used by Gnar, and you just have to, I hope we get a replay of that because we just have to highlight Jackie Love throughout the fight. His awareness, not getting spat out of the Tahm Kench firstly by Baolan to the very last second, maximizing that fact. He would have died if they actually got the Gnar ultimate off onto him, but no, not the case. And suddenly a fight that should have been very bad for IG was even, and it should have been so much worse.
Somehow things are still working out for the mechanical outplays of IG. Only down 2,000 gold when it's all said and done. But still, we are watching WE make plays across the map. 957 is committing to the teleport this time with Mega already prepared. Magic is going in under the turret to try to get these kills. Already we're seeing WE take a much more proactive approach. Question is, will it be enough?
Yeah, that's a down the road question.
It is.
Right now we should just be happy.
We'll come back to that question later.
Let's be content with the fact that so far they've showed marked improvements between games 1 and 2.
Sure.
They came back onto stage looking chipper, they were happy, they're playing more proactively, they're playing more aggressively, and even if IG are equalizing, it's still WE that are putting that foot forwards first and look significantly better as a result.
Now IG finding themselves down a kill, down about 500 gold, having to slow down just a bit, not able to snowball anywhere near as much as the previous game. As you take a look at the Shy in the top lane, the most solo kills, damage per minute, and damage per gold efficiency in the league right now.
If you ever wondered what kind of player the Shy is, just have a look at all of those stats. Remember, they're not only just firsts and seconds, that is damage per minute.
Yeah.
That is very strong from him. It also shows that he wants to play carries and that he's very good at playing those carries. But he's able to keep that first place, able to retain that spot as a top laner when he plays tanks here and there as well. That's because most of his tanks are hybrids. They're all dealing damage. He's got the Gnar, he's got the Cho'Gath, he's got those tanks that can still impact the map, and that is the Shy to a T.
Yeah, and while he wasn't quite able to impact the bottom lane with his level 1 Cannon Barrage that we saw used earlier, he was able to keep up with CS with the likes of 957, who is just kiting around these barrels non-stop. Ninja Tabby even ready, but still, this is just non-stop harass from these two.
And that's the matchup as it stands as well. Of course, they're going to poke each other often. 957 is always going to be the initiator on all of these trades, but the way that you play as the gangplank into the Nara is you just place kegs constantly. Place a keg on top of him, and that might be one auto attack that's not on you, that is on the keg instead. That's one of his 3-hit passives that goes missing, and a Nara can't always chase you, can't always kite you. And if he doesn't hit the keg, and you do, well then you just win the trade anyway, right?
Whoa, the long leap over the wall. Celestial able to back away. Ning goes forward as he sees Magic step out of the river. But take a look at the vision from WE on this side of the map.
Oh, there's a lot.
They absolutely saw this coming.
That's almost more vision than you'd ever want to expect from them down in that bottom side river. They totally know when ganks are happening, and Magic is even nearby, prepared for a second follow-up gank or to get one off themselves. Now, Braum doesn't have the ulti. It's all on Magic to make those plays, and I don't think that something massive will happen unless IG overstep. But all that vision in the river, like you mentioned, it's still a Cloud Drake. It's still a fairly non-impactful Drake that they're not going to go towards. It's all about the kills.
Now, we've seen JackeyLove step up aggressively before, but it's actually Baolan who decides to try to step forward. He doesn't have flash. He's split away from JackeyLove, and those Celestials taking damage. Baolan goes down. Now, Ning and Rookie are there. JackeyLove, without a flash of his own, healed. He's trying to get out of this, but the explosive charge gets a double kill for Mystic. Teleport is going to be activated as they're trying to get in for even more damage here, and chasing even further down. Xie backing away. I apologize, there was no TP, but this is IG just running back, trying to get revenge for their lost bottom lane. Rookie on the rise is doing work as he drops down Celestial. Ning breaks into Cell Division. One of the bloblets under the turret will go low, and that minion just saved Xie from a whole heap and help of the damage. And somehow Ning is allowed to walk away.
So good from Rookie, now threatening the dive as well. Ning's got a lot of distance he can cover, so threatens with the slingshot. Xie stepping up. They wanted that trade, but in the end, it's still Rookie who still has the flash ban. That was just played so well by him. Gets the minions in there, gets everything done pretty much perfectly. What are you doing?
957 almost has flash.
He's
just
got origins,
away.
yeah. He's playing with fire.
Tosses the drill. The Shy is still there. Sidesteps that one, so he's going to be safe.
He's playing with space fire.
Lasers, those are called, Rusty. Lasers.
Okay.
Plasma, if you want to get technical.
I didn't want to, but now I know, so today I learned.
4-4. And IG are now up in gold when the trades are all said and done. And look at who those 3 kills fell onto. Rookie, 3-0.
We're not getting the replays I want right now, but they're looking for Magic.
Or not. That said, we might get a chance to get a replay in action as, whoa, Flash isn't going to save you there, Magic. He tries to leap away. Ning will trade his life over, but Rookie is firing across, and that's Rookie on the wrong side. The Shy goes forward as Baolan gets in. Realm Warp to retreat. The Shy joining the fight just to go low, leaping over the wall, trades back against Mystic, but dies. Another kill on the Tristana. Finally, JackeyLove joins, but his team has already been chunked down with 2 dead, 3 dead.
Much better from Team WE. They're able to route the fight in a direction that they choose as well. The Shy out of position, the target selection from WE, all significantly better. And most importantly, Rookie, who is 4-0, isn't able to contribute the maximum amount of damage as WE continue to threaten.
Oh, and they're targeting Rookie now. He kites out of the snare, but 957 is ready for the dive. Look at the damage. Rookie, though he's pretty big, he's not that big. Goes down, another kill to WE.
Doesn't have the damage, unfortunately. Rookie doesn't have the summoner spells to flash away, and his secondary spells also the teleport, and even that's on cooldown currently. So WE, they're actually playing him for the full right now. They keep coming back. They're cycling with constant ganks. And this is actually a fight that happens with Vision of Ning. He's half health, doesn't have the passive, and whilst Magic flashes away, and yes, he goes down in this fight from Rookie, which is his 4th kill of the fight, it's the follow-up from Mystic. He's here first. It's 957 here, and the fact that Ning is gone actually just means the tank of IG is gone, and he needed to be alive for that. The rest of the fight's very easy to follow up on. Xie, of course, the Athene's given a lot of health back to everyone.
And while that was Baolan going down, it's just mere pittance compared to what WE has taken now with that next fight. And we were just pointing out how all the kills happen to fall onto Rookie. Look at how it fell for Team WE. 957, 4-0-2. Mystic, 4-1-1 with a completed static shiv and a BF sword. He's a level ahead and is stepping up onto JackeyLove.
Yeah, definitely the case. And of course, while Xie doesn't have those kills, he's the Karma into the Rise. So he's actually able to defuse that quite well. But it doesn't mean that he can continue to defuse it when Ning is constantly around the area. This is much more like a WE game. They have finally shown up in this set.
Not just Xie stepping up, but Magic, 957. Even in the bottom lane as Mystic is forced to leap away. That's Relmorph about to get in as Ning on Rookie. Follow up, Piercing Arrow onto Celestial. Cannon Barrage used preemptively by the Shy.
And a good ultimate from Mystic, most importantly, is the reason that Celestial will be okay. This bottom lane, very volatile right now, constantly trading back and forth. It looked like just a second ago that Mystic and Celestial were winning the 2v2. And then all it takes is that one big chunk of damage from Jackie Love. The Guinzoo's Rage Blade able to get procced as well, and suddenly the threat shifts. Now IG threaten a lane.
Still, Ning is down here, sitting on top of a control ward in Tri-Bush, but so too is Magic. He starts charging, leaps in. Celestial used his flash and carries him forward. Another kill for IG, though Jackie Love has to be saved by Baolan.
He's stepping up on purpose, though. Jackie Love's got both the summoner spells, so just keep that in mind. He's playing with fire, but he's doing it on purpose and for a purpose. As the same thing's going to happen twice. So let's see if WE fall for it a second time.
Elastic Slingshot back off cooldown. Mystic in the back. He's got flash and heal. Ning decides not to go in as Shy trades with 957. Gets swept on back, and 957 with the completed Black Cleaver is doing damage here.
Yeah, lots of very good work in this top lane. 957 didn't actually collect his Q, so he didn't have it again to throw. Might have even been a kill in the end there if he had collected it, but nope. Still, that's the trade. If 957 is fed, if he's 402 with a Black Cleaver, and IG are pushing the bottom side of the map, if Ning's visible and presence is felt on the bottom side of the map, that's where things change.
Now it looks like WE are forcing the fight. They target Baolan. Rookie joins in, but again, Ning, he's been playing the long con. He's there the whole time. Leaps onto Magic, leaps onto Mystic, who goes down. Magic flashes to safety. Rookie taking turret hits. Will be able to walk out of this, but only barely.
Yeah, they're playing super dangerously here, IG. I was very surprised they went for that. Rookie ulting to the bottom lane, didn't even really have a full mana pool.
And Ning goes in again!
It doesn't end.
This is the third time we've seen him do it. This time it's not successful. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, just take my turret and go home.
I don't know, man. I think we're at like attempt number 71, but the turret does die. The Shy still being threatened on the top side, though. And I feel like that's why there's this really big pressure and onus on going forwards from IG. They almost feel compelled to take the bottom lane turret, either to save the top lane and change up the lane order here and lane priority, or to just get some kind of gold buffer for the Shy. He's got the Trinity Force, he's starting to get some levels, but that top lane turret is getting dangerously low, and that starts to spill over to the rest of the map.
Shy's trying to hold down on this turret, and he finally, with the completed Triforce, should be helping out just a bit, but look at that. Mystic swapped up along with the likes of Magic. Rift Herald is up. And again, the trade for a Cloud Dragon on the other side isn't great, but Mystic happily pushing right in.
Yeah, this is a very neck-and-neck game so far, but still, here we go towards the top side. They wanted to defend the turret, but it's already dead.
Yeah.
So IG way too late on the response, way too late on the rotation. They didn't even respect how low that health was on the turret. I thought they were just going to concede it and try to push mid instead. But now they take that extra step and Tom Kenshalt up there. This means they're left there with nothing to do but clear waves.
And now, Rusty, this is an even game. WE are tied with the likes of IG, only down by about 200 gold, up in kills, even in turrets. This is WE finally playing the pace that we've been wanting to see from them, trying to dictate the tempo. Second time I've done that.
Hey, you keep saying tempo.
Trying to dictate the speed of this game. And Invictus Gaming, they're actually struggling to pick up anywhere near as much an advantage as they did in Game 1.
And, I think the most important part that we have to start exploring as well is IG's weaknesses, as they actually have an opportunity to get exposed here. They're team fighting against WE with a fed Gnar, with a fed Tristana, with things that have a lot of capabilities to 5v5 team fight. And with Xie on the supportive Karma to enable that even further. Can WE prod the weakness of
Jackie
IG?
Love. Mystic. Is he going to rocket jump? He's got the flash, but Jackie Love with the heal. That's rocket jump, auto attack. He heals. The blast,
he's dead.
and Jackie Love times out back to base. Still, Mystic is going to turn towards Bao Lan and chase him down. Ning joins in. It's a full-on team fight as Rookie joins in, but WE are happy with this because that Tristana is raining damage. Xie gets pulled away. He's actually pulled away from Rookie and away from the damage of IG, leaving Ning to absorb this pressure from Magic. Rookie tries to fire across, but Xie kiting around the side.
Shy is coming.
Carry. Mystic joins the fight again, and while the Shy is finally here, that's a lot of damage that's been dealt. Can they turn it back? Mystic leaps away, flash snare onto Celestial. He's low, he's down. The Shy finishes it off.
And ultimately, whilst WE are doing everything right, they're getting these picks and it's working out for them. There is still a 5-1 Rise to contend with. When Rookie shows up to the party, everyone has to leave immediately. That is how strong he is currently. 2 items spiked there. The Seraph's Embrace upgraded as well as the Abyssal Mask. He is a real powerhouse running around on Summoner's Rift. But it's still WE that come out on top.
Oh, Bao Lan actually going in without Jackie Love as they try to pincer 957, who leaps away.
Dodges the
from
ultimate
the chains
as well.
of corruption, yeah.
They do well.
But Rookie, Rusty, I think that's probably the best compliment I gave you. As here we'll see that fight again.
I'll take that. Rookie's about to break down this replay.
Yeah, there you go.
Jackie Love is very well calculated from Mystic as well. Gets the ultimate off before the flash. So flash and heal were gone from Jackie Love. He's just left to dive. Bao Lan was for a very long time. Something that you would be surprised to see as well. Forces out the ultimate from Magic. It forces out a lot of time from Mystic. And that time is what gives Rookie and Ning enough distance and enough space and damage to apply onto Xie as well, which is a major part of why this goes well. Rookie patiently waiting for the flag and drag combo of Magic before stepping up, and then a keg connects and does a lot of damage, and that's it. That's all IG needed to turn this trade around and get themselves a kill in the end at the very least. It does cost them 2 flashes on both their mid laner and top laner, but they'll take the kill trade, they'll take the reset lanes, and they'll slow down any kind of advances that WE were about to have.
That said, Invictus Gaming used that momentum to finish off the Cloud Dragon on the bottom side. It's small, but it's something for that bonus movement speed. And to follow up on something we talked about a little bit earlier, we were talking about Rookie and Xie taking different kinds of carries. Are they going to be assassins? Are they going to be tanks? I think none of us expected Xie to take a back seat in this game too on a supportive mid laner, as Mystic on Tristana is starting to step forward and starting to carry for his team.
Yeah, I think the reason we didn't expect it is the recent performances of Mystic have been very shaky.
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing to the best of his abilities. He's had moments through the split where he's looked good still, but not like this. Not somewhere where they would put a draft completely centered around him with a Karma, and then he would still play well. I like to see this from W. I love the confidence that they're able to do this now in drafts, and it adds an extra flavor to their possible team compositions. If it's working this well against IG, then that is a major plus.
Certainly
for
is.
Team WE.
Yeah, to return perhaps to an older strategy for the team from when before Xie has been playing as good as he is right now. But still, it is only 22 minutes into the game. Taking a look at the gold, you can see Rookie, as usual, 1,600 gold ahead of Xie on that opposite side. But Jackie Love, 1,300 gold down from Mystic. And even 957 playing into the Gangplank. Might be getting a fight. Calm down, Ning.
He's just having a stretch.
Yeah, 957 is actually 400 gold ahead of the Shy on Gangplank, even in CS.
I mean, that's still a win for the Gangplank, isn't it? Of course, being even in CS against the Nah, even though he's 4-0-2, still being pretty close in gold is a win for GP. Something that'll continue to scale as Ning round 2 on the stretching battle. He's had a pretty big arm day.
Yeah. Still, though, the potential for WE to siege here is being appropriately responded to by Invictus Gaming. They've got their jungler, they've got Rookie, they're even bringing the Shy now as he's fresh out of base with Hysteric's Gauge, so not going for the full damage Gangplank. He wants to be able to survive these fights and output massive DPS over long periods of time.
Yeah, it's not maximum damage output, but it's still a very good item combo, having the Hysteric's Gauge working with the Shin, specifically with the Trinity Force amplification of the base damage, which is what Hysteric's gives. Sning's actually, that was a pump fake. He didn't want to engage, Rookie was still rotating down as well. He just jumped a little bit short to see if they could scare Mystic off.
That does mean that the bottom tier 1 is undefended, though. 957 on the 1-4 split push with his Black Cleaver Frozen Mallet is set to break it down with a large minion wave that is gone. That's Gangplank.
That is Gangplank, yes. When the kegs connect to the minions, it kills them. Also, rising Gangplank in this game. The amount of wave clear that they've got that just looks good. is very good from IG. I like that.
I like how even 957 stepped up as if he knew where the Shy was going to try to place the barrel and kited out of the range of it. But still, JackeyLove is taking a back seat in this game too. Rookie is the one who's got to carry 5, 1, and 1 for his team. The Shy on this gangplank, holding down the bottom tier 1.
I mean, if anyone's going to carry Dom, it should be a 5-1 Rookie. Zach's sound effects are obnoxiously loud right now.
He's got some wacky noises.
That was a lot. Sounds like rubbing balloons together.
I think that's actually how they made the sounds.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool if I managed to get that.
Accurate guess. But still, 24.5 minutes in, things slow down a little bit. After all of that initial 20 minutes worth of excitement, trading back and forth, Mystic popping off. 957, 4-0-2. Rookie, 5-1-1. Everyone says, you know what? Maybe we should take this seriously.
Maybe we should slow the pace of the game down. That's because no team has a strict advantage. The only Drake being Cloud, the Baron now being available 25 minutes in. Item spikes are starting to come across as well for every individual member. The biggest one being Mystic, down in the AD carry position, however, for Team WE. He's got his 3 items. The Holy Trinity's completed for the range, the attack speed, the power spikes on a Tristana, being supported and empowered by an Ardent Sensor, Athene's Unholy Grail Karma. That is about as strong as Mystic's going to find himself.
Ning steps up. He still catches Mystic, trying to pull him back in, but Ning gets canceled out of his ultimate. 957 on the side is split. He's forced to leap and flash away, but it's a fight on 2 fronts as WE are backing up. Rookie still doing work as the Shy chases down 957. There's a fight on the other side as Celestial leaps to safety. Rookie not able to chase in. That's completed Spellbinder, allowing him to race forwards, but now IG.
And Ning survives with no health, but has a Warmog. So they immediately find some control, they find some tempo. They know they've got the health advantage, and they actually just want to engage. Zach's distance that he can engage from is so terrifying for WE to step up.
That's the Realm Warp, 4 members, and Ning goes in 2. Mystic forced to leap away, but he used his flash earlier. Heal to try to
the Shy gets
but
one.
Already Magic is dead, and IG don't overextend. They're turning now towards 957, who's on the wrong side of this. Rookie flashes, lands the snare, lands the overcharge, and just drops down the top laner of WE.
And again, the idea is still there. WE will get themselves a turret in the mid lane. They can probably continue to push that as well. Note that there is no Jarvan, however, so the steal on this Baron is a dream. But Celestial is there. If anyone's going to try and do it, just give him the door.
I mean, he's already achieved his dream of joining WE.
Oh, the
wow.
timing was perfect.
That was it. If ever there was a time. Still, though, that is going to be Baron. Picked up by IG. The mid-tier 2 goes low. And teleport from the Shy. He wants the remainder of these kills. Mystic goes down.
Now they do get a lot of damage onto the turret. Xie is also going to die as well. And IG find themselves with a Baron and with 3 members dead from Team WE for a significant amount of time. Now is the perfect opportunity for them to push forwards, to get some turrets and to equalize the damage that WE were able to deal whilst IG went over to that Baron. A great chance now for IG to get that power play.
Yeah, and you could hear how the crowd was already so disappointed. The WE fans letting out nearly cries of pain as IG push forward, taking this mid-tier 1 and set to continue their momentum. Banner of Command picked up for Baolan. He groups up with his team as JackeyLove finishes off that Runons. And now this game, what was so even, has now been entirely upset in favor of IG.
Yeah, it was teetering back and forth and it was very close. But note, before this fight even happens, Ning was able to get the Zac slingshot off, was able to find carries and lock them down. Mystic was so far out of position with the Rise ultimate. And that's the thing. He wasn't actually out of position. He was in a very safe spot. But the distance that IG can cover when they have these fights and engages is massive. So they just find their target. They just are able to place a Rise ultimate in a position that was perfect. And that was very surprising, firstly, that it was perfect, so well executed by IG.
They've clearly been doing their homework. Realm Warp to get Rookie in after he picks up blue buff. That Spellbinder is at 95 stacks. He's going to be very big for a very, very brief window of time. Ning dives in, but he's split off from his team. As Flash, though, but already the tier 2 is broken. That does mean that WE can step up and get a few autos onto it.
Not exactly the optimal Banner of Command minion when there's no cannon to be used on, but they used it on the wave they started to fight as well. As the ranged minion pushes forwards, it'll die, simply because there is a Tristana with an extended amount of range there to secure it. And Trist with rapid fire cannon is not too bad at dealing with Banner of Command minions. Of course, the cannon stands very far away if Rookie's able to stand up and zone. If Ning can sit there and just flex his arms again and threaten the engage, then that might terrify them and scare them away. But they have got tools this time around to at least get some physical damage onto it.
They certainly do. Dragon now taken by IG, their second Cloud Dragon, as a third is going to be the next, and suddenly those gold advantages that WE had are balanced right back out. Only 100 gold separates these AD carries. In the top lane, what was an advantage for 957 is now a 2,000 gold lead for the Shy. And not to mention Rookie, he's still comfortably 3,000 gold ahead of Xie.
I actually think that, like, yes, that is all significant as the leads go. Rookie in the mid lane has a very big number, but also the jungle position being over 1,000, close to 2 as well. When you're Ning playing Zac and you had to go for a Warmogs as a second item, having that extra gold there is the difference between, in this case, completing a Locket and having extra resistances, or just having the Warmogs and control wards. So right now, they've got themselves some pretty good moments in this game to continue to push forwards, to continue to threaten, and to use the item spikes that they've got. And I really do appreciate the Locket choice from Ning, given that Balan's gone towards the Banner of Command.
Now we're seeing the split push out of the likes of Invictus Gaming. WE might be looking to collapse onto Rookie, but he is a dangerous target with a fully charged Spellbinder.
How many do you reckon it takes? How many people do you reckon it takes to take down Rookie?
Currently none, because he's just pushing in the bottom lane, and
hey, I didn't ask that.
WE lose up on the other side.
I'm trying to prod an answer out of you.
You are. I reckon it takes...
Give me a number.
Well, who? Are we talking like Mystic, Xie, and 957?
Between 1 and 5. How many?
I'm going to say 3. 2 people can't bring down Rookie at this point.
Good answer.
You're the analyst.
I know.
You're supposed to tell me how to break it down.
I know.
So how many do you think it
I would
takes?
have said 3. That's why I said
there
a
you
good
go.
answer.
Look, great minds or something or other. Anyways, 31 minutes into the game, Baron has finally worn off of Invictus Gaming, but still all of the tier 2s have been broken. Still though, WE, they're still holding on to their base. The next dragon will be a Cloud, but after that, it's Elder Dragon time. And we do call them the Elder Dragon team for a reason.
Absolutely. They start to get those big team fighting power spikes around the 35-minute mark. And as we draw ever closer to that fact, IG still have control of the map. The 2 Cloud Drakes don't mean a significant amount, but they're very good to have, of course, especially with Ryze and Gangplank wanting to close distance, with Varus being a reasonably low-ranged AD carry as well. The kiting is important there, especially rotating out of combat, but just having the 2 Cloud Drakes for the Elder Dragon buff itself is the biggest deal in this case. The extra burn damage, the team fighting that IG will get from it is significant. Because WE have no Drakes, it is super low priority for them. They want the Baron above the Elder Dragon indefinitely.
And in this case, IG are using those 2 Cloud Dragons to maneuver around the vision of WE, constantly pushing the ward line. As Rookie, he's actually going 1v2 right now. This could be exactly what we were talking about as he sidesteps around.
He's winning.
957 goes low and goes down. The GA will keep him up. Xie tries to step forward with magic to protect him. Even Celestial gets the shield in time, but Realm Warp will allow IG to back up to safety. Still, Jackie Love, not taking the journey, finishes off that bottom tier 2.
Yeah, gets himself the turret. IG continuing to push the tempo because Rookie, it requires 3 people to take him down. The summoners were used, the shields are gone from him, yes, but he stands strong. He wins the trade and gets the Guardian Angel away. They're going.
Yeah, this is Magic stepping forward. Cannon Barrage goes down. Magic chases onto the Shy, who still has Flash, but Baolan saves him before the concussive blows and spits him out of the Cataclysm. The further chase as Baolan is just being the hero that IG needs. He's on the backside. Still, WE focusing the carries, but Rookie finally goes down. 4 people as Mystic will catch up with Baolan on the back. Happy to get what seems to be a free kill.
Yeah, Mystic will get themselves the kill. Now, Jackie Love wasn't able to push the bottom lane during all of this because there was no minion wave. That means that WE used the perfect opportunity and timing to get that gank off in the top lane, to actually cement themselves the kill onto Rookie, onto Baolan. By getting those 2 kills, by timing it properly, they reset at the correct moment for Baron as well.
20 seconds until it's on the map. Rookie is out 10 seconds after that Baron has respawned, though Realm Warp will help him catch up, and Baolan has the Abyssal Voyage. But already, WE, with all of their inhibitors up, are free to push, free-ish, against the likes of IG with this much vision, to push up and set up vision.
I don't know if they want to do this directly on spawn. They have a really good chance to do so, given that Rookie is dead and the Baolan is still dead. But Tahm Kench can stand around and can bring Rookie in with the ultimate. So they might just take that team fight, and here comes the Tahm Kench.
Ning hasn't been spotted. There's the Abyssal Voyage. He goes forward, but Baron is finished off. Ning in the pit on 4 people. He gets denied, managing to pull 957 to the front line, but Celestial, with one of the best prom walls of the year, is keeping his team standing. It is not enough, though. Mystic in the pit, split from his team. Rocket jump to try to get to safety. Leaps over the wall, but already that's 2 dead. And a blast cone to further put some distance. He's on the wrong side of this. Baron recall.
He gets out. He does get out.
Escapes.
He's going to barely make it out alive. WE still have the Baron, even though 2 of them have died, and that is so important for them. It means that they should be able to hold their base. The next Dragon still not that Elder. Now, there is a window of opportunity for IG to push now, given that 2 members are dead, but that opportunity will very quickly start to go away, and that Tristana hurts.
Absolutely. Level 16, 7, 3, and 1. Nearly 6 items. Just has to finish off that Vamp Scepter. Now the waves have been prepped and are pushing in. This inhib is low. IG want to break it down. Jackie Love steps up, and it goes down. Ning starts the fight without the turret. This is a lot riskier. Mystic gets pulled in. Remember, he has no flash. Ning goes down, and Mystic kites it out with Xie. The Athletes keeping him topped up.
They have to backdog. I don't know if they can continue to go Invictus Gaming. Yes, they've killed Celestial, but Mystic is such a big threat standing there with Xie.
Jackie Love is still standing in the front. He is calling for the fight. Locket of the Iron Solari, 5 versus 4 as Mystic eats a barrel. Now that's Youmu's as well. He targets 957 and the inhibitor is broken. Jackie Love, the rookie's confidence, keeps IG on the inhib.
Yeah, they do it well. They're able to zone away. The Shy plays a big part in that, as well as Ning and Rookie just threatening to step up, to do damage to you, and just protecting their AD carry. Doesn't matter if he's low range, if you're able to stand there. Now they get an inhib. Invictus Gaming, that is a major win, something that I didn't expect them to be able to step up and get. I thought the WE would just take the team fight. It's not that big of a deal when your support is gone, if you've got a Karma to enable the Tristana. And that Trist has 4 items and a Vamp Scepter. I feel like they could have gone for that.
Still, though, WE perhaps just not wanting to risk it. Remember, this is the longest rivalry in Chinese League of Legends, and WE are down game 1. They do not want to drop another set here against the likes of Invictus Gaming, especially an Invictus Gaming that is looking as strong as they are right now. It's a 10,000 gold lead, and with this 3rd and final Cloud Dragon taken off the board, we are well and truly in the late game.
We certainly are. This is meant to be that point in the game where Team WE start to step up. I mean, they are renowned for doing, but they're against the 3 Cloud Drake IG. And if 2 was good, and it is very good, 3 is absurdly powerful. And if they get themselves the Elder, which is up in 6 from now, they're going to be moving at lightning speed as WE.
Look at this. They're hunting for a pick. They're looking for someone, but Ning, sitting in the tri-bush, is going to spot this out. Remember, he's got the slingshot and just makes it over the wall.
1 auto attack was the difference between a stun there and potentially a kill on Ning, if not just the ultimate forced. Remember, he doesn't have flash, but IG, they see that rotation. They just go mid.
Abyssal Voyage to clear out the minion wave and get a lot of damage. Xie races in. Realm Warp gets Ning back to the fight faster than WE can walk forward. The inhibitor line has been broken as IG just outmaneuver Team WE's attempt.
That was just genius from IG, from Baolan on the Tahm Kench, and IG, they keep threatening.
Ning goes in. Mystic forced to use the rocket jump. Still no flash, so now he's just got to walk around, empowered by Xie. Super minions pushing up top, and 5 members of IG pushing through the mid. The inhibitor breaks, and IG set their sights on the last standing turret on that bottom lane for WE.
And Team WE seem to make a play not so much out of desperation, but out of the chance that it works. If they get the pick, they completely stop IG's attempts at pushing. And IG raise them 1 step further. They rotate around the map and get another inhibitor, and now they've just got 1 turret left standing to take down. Teleports even in to ensure that this is the push that they're committing towards. They're 100% into this play.
The Shy steps up just outside. Never mind, I guess he does decide to take a turret hit. But still, this is almost a complete closeout from IG here as they're looking for this final inhibitor turret. Mystic is not quite finished it off just yet. The Mercurial Scimitar, the fight breaks out. Magic goes down, trying to go in. Celestial in the front, gets pulled back and dies to Baolan. On the side is 957. He sweeps the back into Mystic, who's firing across. Ning still alive, knocks Jackie Love away, but Xie goes down, and it's only Mystic alive. Realm Warp to bring them back in, to chase Mystic back to the Nexus, because ladies and gentlemen, Invictus Gaming win the fight, win the ace, and win the series.
very clean team fights for Invictus Gaming, and they show that they don't just need to 5v5. They are good enough to pressure you to the final moments of the game just by being the best individual players on Summoner's Rift right now. They make the team fights come to them where they don't make the mistakes. They force the errors, and WE on this day, they get 2-0'd. Magic, unfortunately, was the reason in that last team fight, but still, we saw some growth from Team WE. We just know that right now, IG, they're a powerhouse that cannot be stopped.
They absolutely cannot. Still, only 4 game losses this entire year. An exceptional performance from the likes of Invictus Gaming, though we did see some excellent growth from WE. It is IG who get to take the bow on stage this time. As Jackie Love, his first time in this grand rivalry, gets to sit down and look at the damage dealt and look over at Rookie and say, hey, guess what? I outdamaged you.
We'll see, because the damage conversation always seems to happen. Jackie Love had a very good showing on his Varus. It is his most played champion. That was his 11th game on it. His next best was 4. So he does love himself some Varus. The Tom Kench was a big deal as well, though. Balan stepped up to the plate. A lot of the supports in the LPL right now are starting to rise to the occasion. They're starting to show up to play. And it just shows how hotly contested that role is beginning to come.
Yeah. We did see some very brilliant tactical plays from the likes of IG, utilizing the slingshot. Ning sitting in a tri-bush. What was that, 36, 37 minutes into the... Who does that?
Ning is
He
very...
just does that.
Ning's very smart with playing with vision and constantly threatening engages from places where you can't see him. So that weird place he's standing in the tri-bush, now cast your mind back to when he was in the Raptor pit.
Exactly.
He was there for like 2 minutes. He doesn't need to be seen, but the fact that he's not seen means that WE have to be afraid of him. And the one time he goes was the one time that IG win a team fight, and suddenly the momentum shifts from all of that when WE had a lot of control. And you're a little bit incorrect there with the damage dealt this time. Rookie has the last laugh.
It was that Spellbinder. That's what did it.
All 6k damage from the Spellbinder.
30,000 over the entire course of that. But still, an excellent performance from the likes of Invictus Gaming and closing that out. I mean, that we got to see WE try to fight back with a new strategy, with putting all their eggs onto Mystic and not quite being able to succeed at the very end. Shie has been playing out of his mind, and WE step away from Shie in a total confidence move, and it nearly pays off.
And almost a complete power play in the changing of their strategies as well. Actually, do admire the growth from Team WE in this set, but at the end of the day, it's still IG's moment. They win the historical battle, and they prove that they are still the best team in this league.
They certainly do, but now it's up to our analysts to break down what happened in that series.
It was a much closer game number 2 for Team W, but IG was still able to close out that match. And it seemed like a lot of the mistakes that Team W were making in game 1 were corrected heading into game 2.
Yeah, it was a big stylistic shift like the casters were talking about. From the ban pick, we understood that this game wasn't going to revolve around the Shie and Magic combination we've been seeing. They've been constantly going bot lane and bot lane and bot lane. And that has been a return to form to previous WEs that we've seen. We know them as kind of the late game scaling team composition, but in 2016, they actually played relatively fast. They could clean their games relatively fast with 957 coming down with the teleport. And that's what they attempted in the early game.
They attempted it, but it wasn't enough on Mystic. Like, they were still making a couple of mistakes here and there. They still had a unique draft coming up from them. They're still prioritizing the Java and prioritizing Na for 957 as well, and even throwing Karma into the mid lane.
Yeah, they had a good showing at the start of the first couple of offenses they had. They got things in the bot lane done, but then Ning really flipped that script around. He was able to control vision in the bottom side tri-brush, and we remember that segment where he was sitting in that brush and he was stretching for 3 times in a row, and he did it for a total of 4 times, and they got 2 kills in a turret for it. So a little bit of outplay there. I think Magic is still a little bit inexperienced for someone like Ning, who has had those close to MVP accolades thrown at him.
And we always have to look towards the mid lane again, because Rookie, yes, he wasn't on Orianna this time round, but we saw him pick up Ryze, and he was incredibly scary on the champion. There were a lot of team fights that looked like they're going TWE's way. As soon as Rookie steps in, it just changes the fight.
Yeah, that's the scary thing I think IG showcased this game around. We used to talk about them like kind of 5 digits, but this time they looked like a hand. Those 5 digits were connected into a fist, and it's about the macro play they're able to throw around the map with those double FedEx systems. You have to remember in this game, IG took the Baron, but they didn't win on the Baron push. They won because Rookie and Balan were able to shift the attention around on the map, and that's not something we've seen previously from IG. This is a new development.
Yeah, very new development coming up from IG, but they were still trying to play around Baron, but still trying to use the Ryze ultimate as well as the Tahm Kench. And one of those Baron fights is what gave them the nice lead over Team WE.
Yeah, and this is kind of the double teleport system into WE's composition. WE gave up a little ground, and then they had to face check into it. 957 getting caught out twice in a row in terms of these team fights, being out of position, and IG are able to profit off of this. This is probably the cleanest game that we've seen from IG against like a top-tier team here.
Yeah, cleanest game when it comes to closing the game out and executing their strategy. Because DW still put up a decent fight in that match. They just had so many different ways to collapse on the opposition. You had a Gangplank, on top of that you had Zac being able to engage from a lot of distances, you had the Realm Warp, and even Tahm Kench to deliver people into the back lines. They weren't always using it offensively. We saw them use the Tahm Kench ultimate to make sure they could get Jackie Love into the mid lane and take down inhibitors as well.
It's getting to the point where we need to start thinking about, okay, who's going to take down IG and how are they going to do it? Because this looks like an unstoppable team so far. And the thing I really liked about this game is that they avoided a lot of their sort of a team fight problems. They never fought WE 5-on-5. And if you look at all the clips, it was basically picks.
And a lot of those picks were set up by their jungler Ning, who picked up MVP heading into game number 2. He was really good on Gragas in game 1. Wasn't the shining light of the team though, but game 2, it was all set up by him.
Yeah, no flashy plays from him, but you have to remember the early game really was secured by this man here. Man of the match, Ning, on his Zac. Not a lot of damage share, but able to pick off Mystic in those crucial team fights.
And it's not just the team fights that he was able to execute this for Invictus Gaming, but as you mentioned, he set up picks as well time and time again, making sure that IG always stayed ahead of Team WE. For now though, we're going to go into a very quick break, but when we come back, we'll be able to talk with the jungler from IG about that match.